Channel.
Where are you coming from? What is your
You sent it.
What is your motivation for this? To be a genius. To be a genius.
I like being a genius, yeah.
Be a genius. Welcome. Hello. Oh.
Don't tap that.
Okay. Hello. We thought we'd do a short vlog on an IoT project we're doing at the moment, because we've been doing quite a number of them over the last 12 months. I brought my good friend and senior developer here, John Green, who's going to tell us a bit about the technicalities. But to kind of give you a bit of a summary, if you go out in our office right now, it's a collection of prototype hardware, circuit boards, wires, people scratching their head going, why is that not working? And people going, oh, it's working! Because IoT seems to be quite a buzzword at the moment and quite complex, we thought we could maybe bring some useful information to you guys. So just to kind of let you know what we're talking about, we are dealing currently with products that integrate with Google Home, Alexa, the Apple HomePod, mobile apps, so that you can control those things from the mobile apps. So John, would you tell us a little bit about kind of what goes into the solution to make this thing work?
Wow. Well, okay. So, firstly, this particular project is involving some hardware, some heaters.
Yeah.
So, there's lots of moving parts. We've got the heaters themselves. We've then got the mobile apps to control them. We need interfaces for Google, and we need interfaces for Amazon as well. Which means then we need a server in the middle to try and join those together, and then to be able to communicate with the heaters themselves, we're using a MQTT implementation.
And is that what's running on the heater firmware as well? Is that?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's how the heaters themselves, they talk MQTT, and they talk that to the broker, and then the broker interfaces to the server, and then the server interfaces to the phones. There's quite a lot of things in the moving around. And
we're building the entire solution. So we're building everything from mobile app all the way to heater. So just to be clear, we're not actually touching the firmware. We're working with a partner there that's building the hardware and the firmware on the heater. So John, what are the headline challenges you've had on a project such as this? What are kind of the big things that have...
Well, there's understanding all the different parts and how they interact together, but the actual real challenge was integrating the whole system together to get them to work, to see messages flow from one end to the other and back again. That's been a real challenge.
Right, and is there anything you can tell us, and the way that we might have solved that?
So I think the first thing we've managed to do really was to be able to test each of the individual parts themselves, work out that they work. The messages coming in and out as we expect, and then we can bolt on the bits and pieces, start connecting them together, and then we can actually monitor messages going all the way through the system, so we can see things going from end to end, seeing how they respond, because some of the messages are actually quite chatty.
Right.
So you send a message from your phone, like you say, adjust the temperature, we want to see that go to the service, we then want to see that go through the MQTT broker, then we want to see that come through to the heater. The heater then responds to say, yep, I've received that message, or my temperature is currently this. We want to see that message coming all the way back. Yeah. That's been a bit of a challenge.
And so basically, if you silo each of those sections off, you've been able to troubleshoot. Right, okay, we've got the call coming out from the app, we've got the call working within MQTT and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I think it'd be worth having a quick demo, because I think that's quite exciting, because we're at that point. Can you just explain what we've got going on here? Siri's about to make noise, shush. So yeah, if you could explain what we've got going on here, that'd be great.
So we've got two little Raspberry Pis here with little screens on, and they are simulating a heater. We don't actually have a heater yet, but that's fine, because we've got the spec, we know what it's going to do, how it's going to chat to us.
So that's been one of the challenges, isn't it? That actually access to the finished hardware means we've had to kind of create these prototype mock-ups on
Well, we're surfing on the bleeding edge, so we're in front of the hardware manufacturers. So the good thing is when the heater does arrive, hopefully it should just plug in and work, seeing as we've done all the work at this side. So obviously there is a little danger with making a prototype, is that the actual real stuff might not be the same.
I guess that comes down to documentation and communication, so that hopefully you're on the same page ahead of time. Yeah. Okay.
So that's keeping the spec in sync with everyone, making sure everyone's got the right spec.
Cool.
Yeah. So here we've got two little Raspberry Pis. They're running Node and just simulating a heater. So they're chatting away, saying, oh, I'm a heater, my temperature is this, and so on. So we haven't gone too far to town. We haven't implemented absolutely every single core. We've implemented the most of the core ones, so we can actually see what's going on.
Cool. And can we see it working?
Yeah, sure. So we can simulate perhaps the tip. See the red text there. That's the current temperature, and we just need to send that to the service. And the blue one is the target temperature. So we can say things like, "Okay, Google, set the bedroom to 45 degrees."
That's going to be hot.
Sure, setting the bedroom to 45 degrees.
So you want your bedroom to be a sauna at this stage?
Oh yes. But we can also say, "Okay, Google, what's the temperature in the bedroom?"
It's currently 26 degrees.
Or we're still simulating that. We can say it's actually pretty cold in there. "Okay, Google, what's the temperature in the bedroom?"
It's currently 9 degrees.
Nice. Nice.
So now we've got basically the same setup, just a slightly different screen. And this one's the kitchen. So let's have the kitchen. Pretty hot, the oven's open. "Okay, Google, what's the temperature in the kitchen?"
It's currently 36 degrees.
"Hey Google, set the kitchen to 20 degrees."
Sure, setting the kitchen to 20 degrees.
So that's really awesome, and we've we've already got the iOS and the Android apps communicating through this. They've been plugging all the bits in as we go. We've got Alexa working as well. SiriKit is kind of the last thing on the list to integrate. But it's very exciting when you get to this point in the project and you start to see it all come together and kind of see the actual prototypes reacting to responses over the internet. So we could be in a different building entirely or around the country and be able to change these settings. So that's it. If you've got any questions about IoT or you want to tap us up for any information, by all means get in touch and I will see if we can help you out. I can ask my man John here because he knows more than I do. Yeah, thanks for watching.